Excessively censored by YouTube and SPLC. This channel has been known to trigger leftists and trolls alike. Proceed with extreme caution. You have been warned.
This is something that only time and prayers and just love from the family going to take us.
4 men have been injured in a shooting outside of a home there, and deputies say the men managed to drive themselves to get help.
Police responded to reports of gunfire. When they arrived, they found 3 victims
Our
shot.
attention to Easter Sunday in Detroit, which sadly was filled with gun violence. At least 6 shootings in a span of 24 hours.
No arrest yet in the mass shooting at Grand Hall in Mobile. 5 teenagers shot, 2 others injured at the Teen Bash concert on Halls Mill Road.
Police in Hickory asking if a murderer is on the loose. Pushing police in Hickory asking if a murderer is on the loose. 4 men were shot outside a bar just before closing time early this morning.
A fight broke out between members of the group, and during the scuffle, one of the members of the crowd, later identified as Don LaFortune, fired 2 shots.
2 people were killed and 1 person injured when shots rang out in a mall parking lot.
4 people shot outside a Jacksonville home 2 weeks after a teen who lived there was killed in a crash involving a stolen car.
Violent 24 hours across Hampton Roads. 7 people were hurt, 1 killed after 3 separate shootings in 3 separate
One local
cities.
community is calling for an end to gun violence altogether.
It comes just 2 days after someone shot 2 men on Mariner Street.
Annual Easter block party to promote peace turns into violence. 2 people are now dead, both shot near the intersection of Dunn Avenue and Lem Turner Road on the
A fight
north
at a
side.
gas station leads to a shooting involving a party bus.
And that fight broke out just before 3 a.m. at a Citgo station on Wyoming near Joy Road. A short time later, shots fired into a party bus on I-96.
A violent weekend in Detroit. It's Easter Sunday, and police are responding to several shootings. Good evening, I'm Amy Lang.
All of this and more on Blame the Thug, not the gun.
Damn!
Now YouTube censored. Now YouTube censored.
I'm mad as hell right now. Yes, I am.
Viewer discretion is advised. Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
Annual Easter block party to promote peace turns into violence. 2 people are now dead, both shot near the intersection of Dunn Avenue and Lem Turner Road on the north side. Police have not identified the victims, but family members say they are Idris Inman and her boyfriend, Silas Irvin. As News4Jax reporter Eric Gladden tells us, a friend of the victim says a man was overheard making threats before the shooting.
Darnell Hicks was the host of the annual Easter block party that has always brought people young and old out to enjoy music, food, and fun.
It was a great event. It turned out well. It was nice. It was over. An unfortunate accident that happened away from the party.
That incident was the fatal shooting of Idris Inman and her boyfriend, Silas Irving. Both were killed blocks away from the party site. Inman's friends were also at the party.
Everything was good. Like, it wasn't no fights, it wasn't no arguing, it wasn't nothing. Nothing never happens at that event. Everything goes smooth. Everybody leaves in one piece. But this day, it didn't go that way.
A third friend of Inman, who was also at the party, says before the shooting happened, a 4th friend overheard a man making threats.
And the young man was sitting up there saying, before today is over with, that this going to die. This gotta die.
She says after the shots were fired, her friend walked over to the area and found the couple dead.
She said when she turned around to go back, it was the trees on the ground. Oh, first she seen Silas, then she seen the trees on the ground.
Eric Gladden, Channel 4, the local station.
Despite hundreds of people leaving the party, no one has come forward as a witness. Officers are strongly encouraging people that if you know anything, give them a call. You can also remain anonymous by reaching out to Crime Stoppers.
A fight at a gas station leads to a shooting involving a party bus.
And that fight broke out just before 3 a.m. at a Citgo station on Wyoming near Joy Road. A short time later, shots fired into a party bus on I-96. Coco McAvoy joins us live now. Coco, anybody get hurt in here?
Yes, Steve and Sandra, a man was shot, but he's expected to be okay. Police believe the shooting happened here on westbound I-96 at Wyoming. A portion of the freeway was shut down for hours this morning as police searched for evidence. An early morning fight at this Citgo gas station is likely the precursor to a shooting on I-96. Police say a party bus was at the gas station on the corner of Wyoming and Joy at around 2:40 this morning. There was an altercation of some kind at the gas station. Marcellus Jones lives next door to the gas station and says the commotion was loud enough for him to hear.
I was like, no, this ain't right. Something ain't right. This ain't right about this. There's just much commotion. heard the tire spill off, and that was about it.
The party bus left the gas station to get onto I-96 at Wyoming. Police believe someone in another vehicle started shooting at the party bus on the freeway, and a man was shot in the ankle while he was on the bus. The man suffered non-life-threatening injuries. The freeway was closed for hours while police investigated. The driver of the party bus spoke to investigators about the case. Now, the Michigan State Police Department is looking for witnesses to tell them more about what happened this morning. And police believe a champagne or cream-colored vehicle is involved in the shooting. If you know anything about what happened at the gas station or here on the freeway this morning, you are asked to call the Michigan State Police Department. Reporting live, I'm Coco McAvoy, Local 4.
A violent weekend in Detroit. It's Easter Sunday, and police are responding to several shootings. Good evening, I'm Amy Lang.
And I'm Hillary Golston. Thank you again for joining us. We begin on Detroit's west side. That's where a man was caught in the crossfire during an early morning shootout at a club. Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack starts things off.
Now, this is the Dame Social Club. There's nothing that says the name on the side of the building. People in the neighborhood say it's one of those rental halls where people rent it for a night and have a party. Unfortunately, this party turned violent. Early Easter Sunday, a man caught in the crossfire. The 30-year-old was here with his girlfriend when two others started shooting at each other inside the so-called Dame Social Club. His girlfriend rushing him across the street to Sinai Grace Hospital. He was shot 5 times, but amazingly, he's expected to be okay.
For something like that to happen over here, this is generally a nice, quiet neighborhood. I'm really surprised that something of that sort happened over here.
Tammy Willoughby Burrell has lived in this west side neighborhood off McNichols for years. She says she's done with the violence. This shooting, one of 10 throughout the city this weekend. As of Sunday evening, 6 people lost their lives to gun violence.
We need to think about the little people that are coming up in the world. We need to think about our community. We're trying to rebuild our community. So we just really need to stop the violence.
Even with the violent statistics from this weekend and many others, Tammy says Detroit is still her home.
I don't feel afraid because there's nothing to be afraid about. It's the circle in which people travel that makes violence come into play. I don't travel with violent people, so no, I don't fear this city at all. I love my city.
If you know anything about what happened inside the Dame Social Club early Sunday morning, you're asked to call Detroit Police. On Detroit's west side, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Triple shooting in Baltimore County, including a mother and her child. This one happened last night on Cinnamon Circle in Randallstown, less than a mile from Northwest Hospital. Police say someone shot a man, his girlfriend, and that woman's son. The victims, though, are expected to recover. Their ages and identities have not been released. The shooter, police say, left the scene before they got there. No word on a motive or whether this was a targeted attack.
We are learning more about the suspect in a deadly shooting in Plano, that young man could also be behind a double murder in Arlington. 18-year-old Franklin Barnes was arrested in McKinney last night. Plano police say he shot 4 people at the Cross Creek Apartments on Alma Drive near Legacy yesterday morning, killing 1. Now, Arlington police believe Barnes may have also shot and killed 2 people at the residence on Lamar Apartments yesterday. Those victims have now been identified as Winston Davis and Joshua Daniels of Arlington, both 25 years old. Police have yet to determine a motive in either of these shootings.
Shooting happened on Easter Sunday in West Augustine. Action News Jack's Cole Heath spoke to the family of one victim who's still in the hospital.
Neighbors tell me that shooting happened right here in West Augustine off the corner of McLaughlin Street and Pearl Street, and we've learned that 2 of the victims are brothers.
Crime tape and police cars Easter night show the aftermath of a triple shooting in St. Augustine. Investigators say a helicopter lifted 26-year-old Jonte Anderson to UF Health in Jacksonville, where he remains in critical condition. Anderson's grandmother told me off camera bullets also wounded his 16-year-old brother, along with a 28-year-old man, and both will live. Sheriff's Office spokesman Chuck Morgan tells me the shooting started over a fight between a group of minors. Eventually, adults stepped in to calm the situation. Then the gunman jumped in and opened fire.
Well, West Augustine is a small community, and a lot of the individuals already know each other in that community. And so many times when you have these issues that erupt, you get other family members involved. And in this case, we had the adults, the parents, who were coming together, and we're trying to quell it and to rectify the situation.
We know that's when the gunman stepped in and started shooting, but we're working to learn why.
Jonte Anderson's mother tells me that he had a second surgery today and is still critical. Reporting in West Augustine, Cole Heath, CBS 47 Action News Jax.
On the day the nation came out to decry gun violence, a Twin Cities family is grieving its horrible cost. It happened in Inver Grove Heights around 1:30 this morning. That's when riders aboard a party bus were being dropped off at a theater parking lot. Gunfire rang out, killing a 19-year-old man and injuring another teen. Bill Hudson spoke to a grieving family as police step up their search for his killer.
A melting snowbank's now a memorial to the latest victim of gun violence.
I got a call from my sister. She said Billy's been shot. Billy's been shot.
19-year-old Billy Ray Robles was aboard the party bus crowded with 40 others, teens and adults out celebrating a girl's birthday.
There was an argument on the bus, or a fight on the bus, and he was trying to de-escalate the situation, trying to like get in the middle of, and he got shot.
As people were getting off the bus in this theater parking lot, two groups began fighting.
When the gunshots erupted, some people hit the ground. They began to run. But had they been contained inside that bus, this could have been a very different set of circumstances. That doesn't, again.
Inver Grove Heights Police Chief Paul Schnell says they're searching for both a motive and whoever fired the shots.
There were numerous shots fired. A number of cars that were just parked up there were hit as well.
To me, we are human beings, so how can I stand by and witness racism? We are the same part of mankind.
Amanda Johnson says her nephew was a talented musician and kind-hearted soul, silenced by a teen with a gun.
What is a 16-year-old doing on a bus, a party bus at that time of the night with a gun?
Now remembered with tears and candles, were a night of fun so senselessly turned fatal.
More hate just isn't going to stop. It's got to stop. It really does.
Bill Hudson, WCCO 4 News.
Right now at 6, we are following breaking news out of Liberty City. That's where police say 4 people were shot. Good evening, I'm Johnny Archer. Thank you for joining us. 2 of those victims have died. Among them was a teen. NBC6 reporter Laura Rodriguez is live at the scene with the breaking details. Laura.
Well, Johnny, this is an active scene. There are more than a dozen police officers out here. Mayor Francis Suarez also arrived minutes ago and went to speak to detectives. A family member of one victim who died on scene says he is 18 years old and he does not live in this neighborhood. She says he was here with friends. City of Miami police respond to the Liberty Square neighborhood after reports of shots fired.
Officers received multiple 911 calls, as well as over 25 shots being heard in the area.
Police say 4 young men were sitting on the alleyway off of 13th Avenue and 63rd Street when they were approached by several individuals.
It is believed that there are multiple shooters, but we cannot confirm an exact number.
Miami Fire Rescue responded to the scene and pronounced 1 teen dead. Family members say the victim is 18-year-old Ricky Dixon.
Ricky was a sweetheart, very outgoing, a family's kid. We never had any problems out of Ricky.
3 other victims were transported to Jackson Memorial Hospital. Police say another man passed away there.
At this very time, we do not know if it was a drive-by shooting. We do not know if the suspects were on foot, but it is very important for anyone that knows anything to please come forward.
We need justice. We need justice. Somebody out here knows something.
So again, at this time, it has been confirmed 2 people have passed away. 2 others remain hospitalized at Jackson Memorial Hospital. Police believe they were transported in critical condition. If you have any information at all about this case, you can remain anonymous by calling Crime Stoppers at 305-4716. Reporting live in Liberty City, I'm Laura Rodriguez.
Special thanks to RG Channel's contributor T. Martin.
And as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Also follow us on the usual media for more interesting information like this.
Channel moderators are Jer Shax and Michael Thomas. Thanks for your diligence and dedication. This has been a T. Martin and RG channel collaboration.
Fight their asses.